Hello there, I'm Tabletop Toby, and today is my first official video, and I have something special for you all, so get ready. Let's see how it goes. It is an unboxing, of course, so I'm very excited about this one. Let's see how it goes. What is in here? What could it be? Oh my gosh, this is so great. We have Frank West's new invention, Race to the Raft. And along with that, we have the minis, of course. And yeah, so we're gonna get in here and see what's going on and look at those components. So let's take a gander. I have been interested in Isle of Cats for a while, but I have not had a chance to try that yet, unfortunately. But hopefully I will soon. I'm going to go ahead and get the plastic off the minis as well. And very interested in the Polyamo puzzle and all of that. There's a bunch of expansions. I've kind of done some research about the Isle of Cats expansions, but this is Race to the Raft, which is a cooperative game. It's kind of the sequel, but just very vaguely in theme, where the cats now need to escape, and everything's on fire, and they got to get to the raft to get to safety. So let's see what it all looks like. We have this bag. I love that new game smell. Some extra baggies. Looks like we have some tiles. Those are kind of overlays. I think there's different puzzles, some randomization that occurs with it. Let's see what else we got in here. We have the wooden meeples. We'll take a look at all of these things a little bit more closely. Some other wooden meeples, and what else do we got in here? We have the main boards that you build out. I believe those tiles kind of get placed on top there, so seem very sturdy. It's nice. Some even bigger tiles, and looks like there's some punch tiles as well, some different shapes. Cardboard seems pretty thick, pretty nice. This one decided to punch itself, which is nice. It's very handy that it did that for me. It saved me all that work and energy. We have the instruction manual, the rulebook. There's a campaign, which I believe you can do cooperatively and solo, which is really cool. It does list the players as 1 to 4, so it's going to be fun to try it in all those different configurations. And there is an additional pack here going on, so that's great. And some more punch. I think these are the fires that occur that you have to dodge, and you have to make sure you don't get trapped. So we'll take a look at those a little bit more closely in just a minute. And that's all in the main box. So we'll be back in just a second, and we'll take a look at those minis. All right, we're back, and I wanted to get that clutter out of the way. Didn't want to make you sit while I did that. Let's look at the miniatures now. I still haven't opened this up yet, so pretty exciting. Get the box open. Let's have the challenge right. Ah! It does not want to cooperate. Come on, minis. Come out. Step into the light, Carol Ann. Step into the light. Alright, I'm going to have to solicit my knife very carefully to just get some leverage. There we go. There we go. We will be able to give it now. I'll put away this dangerous instrument. Paxton does not approve of that type of violence. So, there we go. First looks. And let's dive into these. Bunch of different colors there. Take a closer look. Red, looks like there's 2 of each color. Not sure how the rules work. I read the rulebook a long time ago, but I don't really recall the details at this point, so we'll get into that later in the week. We'll do a run through, probably a solo run through to get us started. So those are all of those. And great. All right, diving in a little bit more closely, we have the rulebook. Very nice quality. Looks like seems to be divided into sections and fairly straightforward. It's nice. It's 19 pages. Looks like there's some additional kind of rules you can layer on top to make it more complex, some advanced rules. There's specific solo rules, so it's gonna be really fun to dive into that. Wonderful art and graphic design and all of those. We have the campaign book. There's little backstories about all the different cats. Look how adorable they are. Beautiful. Looks like it starts with a tutorial and then has a bunch of different scenarios, a lot of scenarios. It's really cool how much they give you to work through over time. I think that's fantastic. And then there's the Kickstarter Pack. So it looks like some of the components are additional with the Kickstarter, the hybrid fire tiles. For special island boards, it says. So new features, so some additional layers on there, objective tokens, some more campaign picking up from the campaign book. So a lot of stuff going on there. Right, we also have a lot of cards here. So we have these fire cards, we have the raft cards, which are the goal. The cats have to get on the raft to escape the island. That's the whole point of the game. There's these disaster cards, which sound ominous, disaster cards. And so these are things that can cause some havoc, I'm guessing. Draw some cards, move cats, draw more fire tiles, so causing some problems probably. And then these are placement tiles. I think these may be randomized as to where your cats start. And then these are the path tiles. So they're divided into different types. And then if you flip them over, you see they have a bunch of different ways that you can go. And I think you have to then place these on the board following different rules. So we'll dive into that all later. So those are the cards. All right, next we have the fire tiles. I already punched them out. They're super easy to punch out. There wasn't any holding on at all. Very kind of abstract-y fire art on all of those guys. And those are what go in the bag that you saw during the main opening that you draw randomly when you draw fire tiles. So there's the regular fire tiles, and then some wooden components that it looks like based on the Kickstarter instructions, there's wooden components that replace these cardboard components. And then these are the hybrid fire tiles, which I believe were part of the Kickstarter bonuses. So that changes the rules or dynamics a little bit. So we'll see what that looks like. And I'll just show you on the punching, they come out really nicely. Really nice cardboard components on this one, nice thickness to them. So those are great. And these are the island boards. I think these maybe are the starting positions before you start laying down the path tiles. Still haven't looked through the instructions yet. We'll save that for when we're actually going to sit down and play the game. So those are large island boards. There are also these small island boards that are smaller. What a shock! These smaller island boards are smaller. So that's a full one. There's another small one. Or these are the special ones. I think these were the bonuses that were also part of the Kickstarter editions that are kind of thrown in the main box with these, but you might not get these if you do them in retail. That was a small one that snuck in there. So these are kind of different shapes. These also punch out almost by themselves, but that's kind of nice. No risk of tearing or anything on these puppies. I have the cat wooden pieces. Cat meeples. I always get confused by that. It seems weird to call them meeples. Like Cateeples. No, I don't think so. We're not going to do that. So these are nice. These are what come by default with the retail edition. And these are wooden components that are part of the Kickstarter editions. They can replace the cardboard components that come with the game by default. So they seem really nice. They're screen printed on both sides, which is cool. The minis. These were available as part of the launch of the game through Kickstarter. I'm not sure if they're going to be sold separately or not, but let's take a look. Okay, there's the purple one. A lot of nice little textures around the neck and detail there. There's the orange one. A little crouched, scared by the fire. Oh, poor guys. I can't imagine who wouldn't want to save these adorable cats. Except for maybe people who hate cats. And for that reason, I want to officially put on the record that I do not endorse playing Race to the Raft to purposely fail and drown or burn the cats. That is not an endorsement of Tabletop Toby. We have the white one. It's interesting because these are a lot bigger than the default pieces, so I assume they'll each fit on one of those squares. I guess we can take a look at that. Let's see. So yeah, it definitely does still fit in the square. It fits in more of the square, but no problems there. Just noticed how much bigger they looked in comparison. So, and we have the blue guy. Aw, maybe making biscuits. That's what my family always called when they like kind of knead their paws. You know what I'm saying? They call them making biscuits. I guess it's like someone pushing out the dough. I'm not really sure about the origin of that expression, but that's what it looks like that one was doing. And I really like this green one. Yeah, majestic, cautious about moving forward to make sure the safety of the others maybe. So there's the minis. Alrighty, so that's the unboxing of Race to the Raft. I can't wait to dive into this one. I love cats. I have 2 cats, and you may have heard them meow, I think, during one part of it. I should have acknowledged Blinky. Blinky demands acknowledgement. In case you're wondering, the name of the other cat is Gunner, because he kind of bounces around and but he's a love bug, so misnomer, really. But these components are really beautiful. The cardboard is really nice. The art, I'm loving the minis and the details on those. But the wooden versions are great too. So I'm going to be diving into this, and so look forward to that. And yeah, like, subscribe. I'm just getting started, so I appreciate your support. Any comments, if you got Race to the Raft, if you're looking forward to it, if you've played Isle of Cats, any opinions on that? It's definitely been on my radar for a while. I love polyomino stuff, and this has a little bit of that. I think you draw these out and you have to kind of place them around to, you know, optimize the safety of your cat friends. So I look forward to doing that. So thank you, and take care.